Hi, Pam. I see you've just joined. Awesome. Julianne and Gay. Pam, awesome. Thanks, ladies, for joining. Hope you've all had a great week. Gay, you sound like you had a busy day at work today. Thank you so much for joining. Did the daylight saving trip anyone up? I only just realised at 6:30. I thought, oh my goodness, it's daylight saving. I wonder if everyone would realise that that it was daylight saving and that I'm in Brisbane. I so wish we had daylight saving in Queensland. I wish we had it here. But anyway, not to be. Maybe one day it might come back. It might happen one day. So tonight, what have I been doing today? I've been, yesterday I prepped ready for World Card Making Day on Saturday. I hope you can all hear me. Can you hear me? So, yeah, I did a lot of prepping with my sister yesterday. Barb came over and we did a lot of prepping for Saturday because I've got 11 ladies coming on Saturday. So that's going to be fantastic. So, hi, Joy. Thanks for joining in. Lovely. Hi, Christine. Great to have you all here. Another fun night of sitting back and watching Beth make a fool of herself. Oh, it's all good fun, isn't it? I love this. I love doing this, and I love doing this ink smooshing. So I'll just wait for a few more ladies to join in. So as I was saying, I'm getting ready for World Card Making Day on Saturday. I've got 11 ladies coming for our event. So I wish more of you lived in Brisbane. You could come up. Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining in. Lovely to have you here. Fantastic. Is this your first time joining in, Elizabeth? I'm an Elizabeth. I don't know. If this is your first time joining me, let me know. If you're a virgin to the channel. Hi, Barb. Gay. Yes. So Gay just said, yep, I'm in Sydney. And so just remembered that we had daylight saving time. Oh, Gay. Actually, you were the one that reminded me that I probably, when you tuned in so early, and I thought, oh, hang on, what's going on here? Daylight saving, hello. So that's when I put something on the Facebook group just to remind us to say that it's daylight saving. Yes, no, you're well and truly before time, Gay. It was lovely to have you tune in. So let me see. All right, got a few ladies. That's lovely. I'm so pleased you can join in on a Tuesday night. So oh, Joy, is that right? So Joyce tells me that she's an Elizabeth also, but her parents called her Joy. Now, isn't that funny? See, I'm an Elizabeth, but I get Beth, have done since birth. So yeah. And just so you know, I'm a middle child too. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just saying. My two sisters pointed out to me a lot because I'm in the middle. Anyway, so Gay's had an easy day, but with 3 hours traveling, oh, Gay, that's very tired by the end of the day. I can understand that. So, all right, so tonight we're going to do some ink smooshing. Now, I've got to tell you a funny story. A while back, I went and did a watercolouring class. So I learned how to do watercolouring. And in watercolouring, water painting, you smoosh your ink. So you move it around with water. Okay. I was fascinated by this technique, the way that this lady who's an artist, and she pushed the water, the paint and the water together, and she smooshed it. And there was a little group of us ladies there. And I'm going, wow. And we're all going, oh, isn't this wonderful? I said, I'm going home to practice my smooching. Well, they laughed and laughed. And so now I make a point of saying smooshing, not smooching. So we're not going to be kissing the ink tonight. So, oh, Christine, you had a cortisone injection in your hand. You've got to get that right because otherwise you won't be able to craft. Oh, you've got to have the cortisone injection. Oh, Christine. I hope you're feeling all right. I hope you're on track. And I hope that does the trick. Hi, Leanne. Oh, thank you. Thanks for joining. Oh, Leanne's on YouTube by the looks of it. So there's a few ladies on YouTube. So that's all working. And my IT department, aka Gary, looks like he's fixed the camera problem. So he's so good. After with all his health problems and everything, he still managed to take my computer up to the bedroom and work on it while he was resting and everything. And he thinks he's fixed it. So cross fingers. Okay, let's get started. So tonight, let's just go down to my desk. I did a lot of smooshing. So I am now creating an ink smoosh file because look at all my papers. Lots and lots. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining. Yes, Gary's a godsend, I tell you. I don't know what I'd do without him. So getting back to ink smooshing. So tonight I'm going to show you the very basics of ink smooshing. You can do all different things. I've even got a file to take the guesswork out of it. So after tonight's live, I'm going to have a file of color combinations. Hi, Sam. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, so on the Facebook group, I will upload a file and it's got about, I think I counted about 17 different color combinations, and I've labeled them like seaside, starry sky, citrus. So it just might take, hi, Betty, thanks for joining in. Lovely to have you here. So this will take the guesswork out of it. So you're ready to make a card, right? You don't know what you're going to do. Let's do something. Let's do some ink smooshing. So all of these, all the different ones that I've come up with, and you can have your own color combination. You might come up with something different, but this will be a guide just to get you started. And also tonight's smooshing session is without any special cardstock. It's just basic white cardstock. It's not watercolor paper. We're not using ink refills. We are using just our ink pads and some water. Oh, and a bit of greaseproof paper. So basic supplies that most of us will have. So I just was having a think about it, and there are some ladies who don't have ink refills. So I've done a lot of techniques previously that use ink refills. You don't need them for this. So this is a basic smooshing technique. I have made some cards and I will show you the cards at the end. But one of my favorite color combinations would have to be the seaside number 2, I call it. I've got seaside number 1, seaside number 2. I've got autumn 1, autumn 2. So you can see, so one's a lighter version than the dark, and a darker one as well. So I've got Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, and Lost Lagoon. So they're my 3 colors. Now, when you see me do this technique, you will see why I've chosen these colors for seaside. But you could use them as a night sky. But when you see the different color combinations, you understand the coloring behind what I've done. So I will just show you. Now let's get started. I've got a piece of greaseproof paper, you know, the old wax lunch wrap. Now I actually did have trouble finding this in the supermarket. I couldn't find it. I had to buy it online. I don't know whether they still sell it, but you might have a source. So when I think I got it on Amazon somewhere, and I had free delivery, so I got it. Wax-proof paper. You can use your silicone mat, but I understand not everybody's got a silicone mat. So I'm doing this demonstration with the basic supplies that a lot of us will have. And you don't have to go out and buy expensive materials. Okay. So I'm just going to take my Night of Navy and I'm going to put it on my wax-proof paper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Then I've got Balmy Blue. Now I'm going to do a little bit more of the light Balmy Blue. And it might, once you've done this a few times, oh, did you? Oh, good, Pam. You got some at Woolies. That's awesome. And this is Lost Lagoon. All right. Now, okay, I can say we're going to spritz this now, and you could pick up your colours from there. But my personal choice, what I like to do is I like just to flatten out the edges. I don't like stark edges. I don't know, that's just me. You might like it, but you can wash your hands. You can wash your hands. Ink will come off. Put that down. Okay. So smoosh it as much as you want. That's not smooshing, that's spraying water. Okay. So I'm just going to get a piece of basic white cardstock. As I said, it's not watercolor paper. Okay. And I'm going to start smooshing. So I know this is very dark, and I'm going to smoosh it in all the different colors and just lift it up. Okay. Now, see there's straight lines there, go back in and smoosh it. Now, depending on look, you can even do this if you want. Spritz it again with water. And you will get, depending how you lift it off, and you'll never get the same thing twice. That's a bit dark for my liking, but when that dries, you will be amazed what it comes out like. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one there to dry, and I've got heaps of ink left here. So I'm going to use that up, and I'm going to get another piece, and I'm going to get mainly the lighter colors, and just lift it up. See the different textures in that? Beautiful. So if you want, you can just add more of your inks. I'm just going to add a little bit more of this balmy blue. There's enough Night of Navy there. And I don't like straight edges. That's me. Okay. Go back in and smoosh. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Look at that. That will be awesome. Look at my fingers. It's ink. It'll wash off. It's water. It's water. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's only ink. So I'm going to show you while I've got that there. I'm going to moisten that a little bit more. I'm going to take some salt. This is some rock salt. And I'm just going to sprinkle some on there. I'm going to spritz it a little bit more and put that aside, and we'll see what happens. I know what's going to happen, but I just want to show you what's you just spilt cinnamon in the kitchen, Michelle. Oh no, it'll smell like a cinnamon donut. I'm just going to put that aside. Now we can clean that off. I'm just going to throw it because I've got plenty of this stuff. Okay, let's clean off the bench. Always put something down on your workbench because it'll get messy. Hi, Lillian. Thanks for joining. Is that, yes, it's just plain cardstock. No gloss finish, nothing. It is just ordinary basic white cardstock. You don't need, like I have done demonstrations where I've done ink blotching on watercolor paper where you saturate your paper and then you ink blotch around with your refills. I've done alcohol blending on Yupo paper and vellum where you use an alcohol blending solution. This is purely plain tap water and basic white cardstock, not gloss. You could try it on gloss. I don't like it's personal preference, but I just find that when this dries, this is what it'll turn out like. That's with the salt. So you can see that. That's not the one I did tonight. This is one I prepared earlier. So I put rock salt. Look at that. How awesome is that effect? And I just love these colors. I'm an ocean girl. Put me by the beach and I'm happy. So that's that color tone. Okay, so that was Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, and Lost Lagoon, believe it or not. Beautiful color tones. And that salt, I put that on, it was really wet, and I put rock salt on it, and I thought I was really happy with that. Okay, so this is a little one I did. I haven't made it into a card yet, but this is one of what I call my periwinkle colours. And I'll demonstrate this one again for you as well, because I really like these tones as well. So I'm just going to get, now this will be Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana. No, it wasn't, sorry. This is the number one. So it's Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so as I said, these are all on the colour combos are on the file that I will share after the demo. Okay, so this is a really good combination. You can use it for anything, but this one, I'm going to show you what I did with this one. So I've got Melon Mambo. The dark colours you will find you want to do less of. So the Melon Mambo, I'm only going to do a little bit. You see when you get your ink pads, they've got a less of a lip on one end, and then the other end is, always do it. If you only want a little bit, start that end. So then you can just go like this, drag it down like that, or you can put the whole lot on. So that's the Melon Mambo. This is the Gorgeous Grape. Oops, this end. And then we're going to take Fresh Freesia. Now, I did some experimenting with Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath was just too faint. You'll see here there is, I ended up going over this one with Fresh Freesia. Bubble Bath just didn't work with me. You can give it a try if you like. Oh, wrong end again. And some of the really pastel ones, the subtles, you might have to double up on your ink, meaning do it a couple of times, which you can do without a problem. So now I've got lines. I'm going to, this is me. If you want to have lines, that's fine, but I'm not a line girl. I don't like lines on my cards. This is just me. Okay. So another piece of cardstock. I've got some already cut here. And you could mix that in a little bit. Let's put it straight down. Okay. There's no reason why you can't do this, and just let it soak in and then just lift it up. Oh, look at those colours. So I want a bit more colour here. Let's go over here. There's no right or wrong way to do this either, ladies, because every time you do it, you will get a different effect. Okay, and just keep adding water and splotching up your ink. Look at that. And you may think, oh, what a mess, but it's not really, because when you see these in backgrounds or you die cut them out, it amazes me. And I think, oh, I nearly threw one away the other day. It had a big mark on it. I thought, oh, no. And it made a most beautiful card. So that's one of what I call the periwinkle colours. So that was Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, and Fresh Freesia. And I'm just trying to get up a little bit more of that ink, but you can always add more. Let's go a little bit more of the Fresh Freesia. And more water. Okay. If you don't like white spots, soak it all up. Oh, look at that. Okay. So, oh, now what I want to show you with this one, hang on, let's get a little bit more ink. I'm going to do this really dark just to show you, just so that it shows up on camera what you can do. And I'm just going to pat that around because I don't like lines. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so there's your, and you think, oh, it's not really what I want. Let's put a little bit more texture or something to it. Just get your water, squirt it in your hand and drip it flick it. Okay, just a little bit on your hands and flick it. I'll put that aside to dry. You can dry them with your heat tool. That's fine. But these will make amazing backgrounds. Too messy. Wear gloves, Christine. If it's too messy, wear gloves. So I'm just going to get rid of that sheet. Give my desk a wipe. So what colour combinations do you think you would like? Okay, I really like the seaside ones. So I'll just show you what I've made. So this is one, a seaside card. So that's just a plain background with that balmy blue boho. That was boho blue and coastal cabana. So that's a lighter colour than what this one was. Okay, that's very dark for me. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do this on that one, and I'm going to break that up a bit and see what happens with that. There you go. So that's the seaside card. The great one. You like that one, Sam? Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, they look messy, I know. Oh, Christine, this big pink one I just got from the cheapie shop down the road, and it's just a big craft mat, one of those self-healing ones. Yeah, that's all. Is that the one you meant, the pink one? Yeah. So this is a seaside card. So all I've done is just mounted that on Night of Navy cardstock, and then on white cardstock, put some shells and a bit of that and a happy birthday. So, and it gives such a great effect in the background. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So that darker one that I actually did a Christmas card. So I used that as the night sky. So the only difference I did with this one, I got some of my white craft ink and splattered it on. So, and you can do that. So you can do it with your white, or you could do it with black. And I don't know, I'll show you. I even made a comet by mistake. My own comet. But, you know, hey, I think that card turned out really well. That's that beautiful Stars at Night set. Now, what got me all started was this card. So I wanted to do, I saw this colour combination on someone wearing a T-shirt one day. I thought, oh, that's Pool Party and Smoky Slate. So I came home and I got Pool Party out and I got Smoky Slate, and I did a smooshing session, but I just die cut them out with the deckled circles and just put that in the background. So that's something else that you can do. Use these and cut out to use as focal points in your background. I really like that card. It's a clean and simple card, but a lot of effort's gone into doing that when you're smooshing. So another one I did was, and I think this is under the citrus one. So this is Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly and Lost Lagoon. So a great card for, that's a great smooshing combination for doing leaves even, you know, the citrus tones. Oh, Joy, I did. And do you know what? I still remember kindergarten. Oh, see what Joy said. I don't know whether everyone saw this, but Joy said, Beth, I bet you had fun at kindergarten. Oh, look, I'm just a big kid at heart. Give me a mess. I just love a mess. I'm not a tidy person. My husband's the tidy one, but I you know, mess doesn't worry me. I'm not OCD by any means. That's so funny. This is a sympathy card. I know that I had to have some more in my cardstock, in my stash, I should say. We don't like making sympathy cards, but it's good to have some in your stash just in case. Is the card base. This is Smoky Slate, and I think it's grey granite. Is this the one you meant, Gay? Gay was asking if this is the card. I'm pretty sure it's Smoky Slate and basic grey is the mount. And yeah, because I think, hang on, just let me check. Smoky Slate. Yeah, Smoky Slate. Smoky Slate Gay is that one. Okay. So, yes, sympathy cards, because, you know, they're really hard to do because a death creeps up on you. Sometimes it's, well, a lot of the time it's unexpected, you know. So you don't want to be making a sympathy card when you're in, you know, shock or anything. So it's good to have a few of them in your stash. Now, this one is the autumn tones. Now, I got another tip. When you get your DSP, always check your colours. Even in the catalogue, it'll tell you what colours go. And that's where I got my autumn colours from. And this is a copper clay, moody mauve, and old olive. Great for your autumn leaves. So I've done the smooshing on these. And that's a stencil for the oh, hi Karen. Welcome. You can always catch up anyway, Karen. So this is the you've missed some of the smooshing. I'm gonna do some more, don't worry. But this is the autumn leaf one. So these are some of the cards that I've made. And as I said, for those ladies who have only just joined, I am putting a file up on the group for colour combinations that I've made up that I've done for smooshing. So these are all this is a smooshing session. And yes, so, and this one's one of the autumn leaf one. And yeah, love those tones. I'm loving the autumn colors at the moment. Now, what I will say about smooshing, I would limit it to 3 colors. I think once you get 4 over 4 colors, you're going to get it's going to get muddy, I think. So you can do it with 1 color. Don't get me wrong. You can do it with 1 color. You can do it with 2. You can do it with 3, but I wouldn't go any more than 3. Try it, but I just find the 3 colors just work pretty well. So this is the one I did with salt. It's still wet, but I'll show the other ladies who've just joined. So this is one I did earlier. This is a 3-toned seaside one, and I put rock salt on it while it was really wet. Great effect. Okay, so this is the one I sprinkled with water. That's still drying, but you can see here, this is the one I splattered with water as well. See the little water drops in there coming through? So it's just taking out that starkness. So you can do your die cuts. You can do backgrounds. You can do, this is one I did a hydrangea card in the pastel-y tones. So, and I did a little smooshing in the background as well. So I've smooshed this card, I've die cut it. No, Gay, they don't need to dry overnight. As long as you can dry it with your heat gun, that's fine. That's not a problem. But certainly make sure they're dry before you put them on your card. Yeah, so that was a really pretty little card, I thought. And then the other idea I did was I just made some panels out of the page that I did. I just cut it up into 3 and mounted it. I did do a little bit of embossing underneath that and just did a little cute little happy birthday card there. So, you know, what I like about it is it's backgrounds, it's die cuts, it's whatever you want to do it. This one, I think I showed you before, that ladies who just joined, that one's got the water drips on it. So you just get water, drip it on your hand. I'll tell you what, I'll do some more smooshing. I'll just get some more paper, and let's just do a monotone. So what color will we do? What color? Let's do a Calypso Coral. I haven't got any of the many sunset ones. I do have sunset ones like this one here. See, I didn't really like this with the big red blotch here, but what I plan to do with this one, I've done white embossing. I'm going to white emboss small flowers around that, and so that will hide a lot of that the darkness. Or, you know, I'll trim it down. You can, if you do your cardstock bigger than what you need, then you can cut it down if you like. So, okay, I'm just going to do, now I've got a Calypso coral here, and I'm just going to do a single colour. Excuse me. Just spritz it. Now, those ladies who have just joined, I do this because I don't like straight lines on my cards. Don't like straight lines. Sorry. You might, I don't. That's just me, personal preference. There's no right or wrong. So I'm just going to get a card and I'm just going to smoosh it and lift it up. Oh, look at that. If you can move that water around, now that's a great smoosh. That's a great smoosh. Yeah. I love it when it gets all these you know, abstract edges. So it's a real smoosh when you share it. So oh, thanks, Gay. I'm glad it's not just me. Don't like straight lines. So let's see if I can get these water drips to show up more on this one. So I've just sprinkled some water and I'm flicking it. Okay. Just flicking it. Okay. And just let that dry. I've still got a bit of ink there. I'm going to add a little bit of Daffodil Delight to that, or crushed curry. Let's do a crushed curry one. And I'm just going to put your gloves on if you don't want to get dirty hands, but hey, it washes off, washes off. It all washes off. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit in that and a bit in that. Okay. Oh, it's looking good. I'm going to do a bit more in that, bit more there, and soak up that ink. Oh, don't know what that was. That's pretty cool. That's very bright. That will dry though. That will dry lighter. Don't forget. Okay, that is that thing again. It's a little bit of cardstock, I think. But see, I can cut around it. I can die cut this out. I could die cut leaves or anything. Now, if I wanted to, I could even go and add a bit of green to that. Green would be really nice. Oh, Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green. This is so much fun. I love doing this. It's a bit like I have a gel plates, and I do jelly prints as well. And when I do a jelly print session, whoa, I go berserk. Okay, and just there we go. So they're just a few examples. I would love it if you guys did some smooshing and shared your cards. Now I'll just get rid of this and show you some more cards. This is the, so this hasn't dried, like I haven't left this long enough, and I don't think it was wet enough. Not as good as this one. This one was, I was really happy with that one. Love that. Can't wait to make a card out of that. So there, some of the other combos I did, like I did this on, oh, this is about half a sheet of oh, Wendy, that's all right. You can always go back and have a look at it. So this one is a really pretty color combination, and I think this is the periwinkle tone as well. This is Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana, Bubble Bath, and Fresh Freesia. So you can see the Bubble Bath is really faint. So you certainly give it a go. But if you're having, that is one, it's got 4 colors, and that's because I didn't think the Bubble Bath was dark enough. So I added Fresh Freesia in. So, and the lighter colors, you can do that. the darker colors, that's when it could get muddy looking on the page. So some sunset colors. This one actually is a very pastel sort of, this is, I cut a crab out of it. But it didn't look any good. I didn't like it, so I threw the crab. Well, I kept the crab for another card. But this is Petal Pink and Bubble Bath. Now, that was a bit too insipid for me, but, you know, certainly give it a go if you like those colours. These are more, there's more of that, the periwinkle tone, so that's another one. So I'm loving the rainbow colour, which is this one, the Lemon Lolly, Fresh Freesia, Boho Blue and Soft Seafoam. See, now that's another one with 4 colours, but with the light colours you can get away with it, okay? Yes, Joy, most certainly. You could add more water and more salt, definitely. And that's what I did with that one. So, in fact, I could do that now. I don't know whether we're going to have time for that to certainly do that and spritz it and just put that aside. Yeah. But I love it. I just can't get over it. I was so happy with that. Yes, certainly, Joy. Yes, Barb, I hope you give it a go. Yes, as I was saying, you can get away with your 4 colours if you're in your light tones. But as you get into your darker tones, it will get muddy. So, and I think, like, this is one of my autumn leaf ones. And when you die cut it out, it looks so much better than when it is in one big sheet. So, and I think if I can show you that one with the leaves on it, or even this netting. See, I cut that netting out of a smooshing sheet. So it's not one plain colour. It's a similar, it's a matching colour. So the leaves, like the leaf, I don't know whether I've still got it. That's the one I did the hydrangea card out of. So you can see the difference. So, no, I haven't got the rest of this. I must have used it. But it doesn't look anything when it's on a whole sheet. Yeah, it's good, Karen, isn't it? So, yeah. I think die cutting is, it makes a difference. So you've just got to think, okay, that looks like a mess on a card, but you put a sentiment and mount it on something, say a black background and a black sentiment with just some, that's a spectacular looking card, really. Some people might not think so, but it's what you do to it. It's not just the smooshing. It's yeah, you can see like the cards here, like it's just like this. That's just what it was like. Maybe not as dark as that, but yeah, make them into cards. These are pretty. I'm really loving these tones. So what do you think? Do you think you will give smooshing a go? Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, I think time is not on my side. I think you have to let it sit for quite a while to get that salt effect. But there's the white. See, that's the one I flicked with water. You can see those little water bits coming up. That adds, I might even add a little bit more yellow to that. It looks a little bit like blood on a page. But that will be, I will use that to cut more leaves out. So, yeah, that's smooshing. This is one I did, and I put salt on it. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I had rainbow on it, but it's bubbled the paper, so you can feel that. Now, that's just basic white cardstock, but I let it's not smooching, yeah, smooshing. Yeah, so, but even embossing these like dry embossing with an embossing folder is an awesome idea as well. So yeah, I'm loving it, and I'm opening up a smooshing file, and yeah, it's really good for embossing. So yeah, I would like to see what color combinations you come up with. I think that's the one I did, and I used too many colors and they all ran, and it looked really, to me, it looked a bit muddy. Okay, Gay is asking, can I ask, with embossing folders, which side is the usual side to use? Should you put the cardstock on the razor? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. I'll get one with good definition, shall I? An oldie but a goodie. Okay, so this is an old 3D one. Stampin' Up there. You put your paper in there and run that through, and that, maybe I should get my big shot out and I should show you. Oh, if you colour the embossing folder with the ink pads, then emboss, do you colour the raised side or the indented side? That's all right. It's not a smooshing question. That's all right. I've got time. Okay, I will show you. I do this side that I smoosh. I don't smoosh. I ink that side. And then let's do it on a plain piece of cardstock. Yeah. So you do that side. So that's the raised side. That's the way I do it, and I do it on that one. Let's see. Just rub that over. I think this is what you're meaning, Gay. Okay, and then run that through your embossing machine, which I will do. No question is too small. I'm here to, oops, that's all right. I'm just wrecking the whole place, don't worry. Sorry. Okay, I'll just run that through. I've got my sandwich roll. No, I'm not eating my embossing sandwich. I thought I had it. My husband made me this great shelf. And I have it stored underneath it, and I had it all packed away. Hang on. There we go. Ugh. Hear me grunting and groaning. Okay. Is that what you meant, Gay? I do that one. Of course, I haven't. I've just roughly done that. Yeah, the raised side. Okay. So you put your paper in, the one with the Stampin' Up symbol on. You put that in there like that. Okay. So, yeah, I actually did that today on something. Oh, the lemon lolly one. Yeah, but it, yeah, it was very faint. But, yeah, that's another great technique. So now I'm after suggestions for next week. If you would like anything demonstrated next week in particular, please let me know. Do you know what? I'm sitting here and it's only 1:45 and I'm going to fix this up. It's bugging me. It's bugging me. I have to do this. So I'm going to do a little bit of yellow on that, I think. It's bugging me. It is a nice folder, Leone. It's discontinued, but I still use it. It's beautiful. It's the tin tile, I think it was called, something like that. Somebody might be able to correct me. The name of it. So this one is crushed curry. And do you know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit of green in with it, because it's just too orangey for my liking. Just needs more. So okay, Let's see. Do a bit of yellow and green together. Bit of yellow and green together there. There we go. Oh, nice. Get a nice splat. Let's change the look of that card altogether. It's very bright, but wait till it dries, and that will be a really nice card background. In fact, I may still do leaves with that one. That would be nice autumn leaf color as well. Red, yes, I did the red. That was quite good, that one. So the difference between smooshing and blending, the blending you do with your brushes, the smooshing you just do, it's the pattern you make when you smoosh it on the ground. I mean on your paper. Okay, so I have done red. See, that's similar colors. Look at that. And that's how it dries. Yeah. Every time you do it, you will get a different pattern. That's what I like about it. Add gilding flakes. Of course, Julianne. How nice would that be? You could do anything with it. So as long as you've got a nice, colourful background, you could add your gilding flakes. You can emboss. You can add stamped images like I had on this one. You can do the emboss resist technique, which I did on this card. No, I actually think I did white embossing on this, but you can do emboss resist. So you do clear embossing and then heat it and then do your smooshing, and then it will stay white where it's resisting the ink. So that was a thank you card that I did in that blue background. So thanks, Barb. All right, well, I finished a little bit early. So is there anything anybody wants to know? Any ideas for next week? Or are you happy for me just to come up with something? Do you want to do a craft along next week? Do you I want to show you what I've been doing. I've been stamping on my candles. So I did this years ago and I found the old candle. So smoosh fun. Oh, Diane, you're funny. Surprise you. All right. So has anyone done candles before? They're great with Christmas coming up. And they're cheap. These are cheap, about $3 from the shop down the road. Easy to do. So if you want to do candles next week, I'm happy to do candles to show you how you do that. If you want to do a craft along for something else for Christmas. Yeah, good idea, Michelle. And on Saturday, World Card Making Day. It's going to be a fantastic day. Well, I've got 11 ladies coming here. We're going to have fun and games and making 3. Yep, it's great, Betty. So if you want to have a look at the candles, plenty of time anyway between now and say Friday. Let me know if you've got any ideas that you want to do next week. And guess what? The camera's still working. Look at that. I'm still here. So I think I can give my IT department a pay rise. As if. He should give me one. All right, ladies, I think that's a wrap for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please post anything that you've made. Don't forget there is a card challenge happening this month again. Appreciate any entries. Look forward to seeing them all. And thanks, Leone. Thanks for joining in, ladies. I will see you all next week. And until then, stay safe, keep well. Happy card making day on Saturday. Happy World Card Making Day on Saturday. And I hope you all having a fantastic week. And see you next Tuesday. Bye.